You're planning to speed that thing before you got it off the jacks. Now that may be from different parts of the region in the U.S. that you might have heard that back in the old days when cars would go up on jacks so that they could work on them. You know, there weren't the power lifts that we have today. What are we talking about? We're talking about speed. We're talking about speed jolt today. Yesterday we talked about the crawl, about the need to linger, about the need to really focus in before those wheels get going, before the wheels get that traction, that point where they launch forward. You have to take a little bit of awareness of yourself about where you're at, what you're trying to accomplish, where are you going. And you just don't want to go there. You want to be able to be intentional about where you're going. John Maxwell, in his Today Matters book, mentions this. He says, as Olympians come into the stadium, they recite these three phrases in their mind about what they're key to do. So it's like setting that moment of, you know, that crawl just before they take action. I have prepared. I have followed the rules. I will not quit. Do you quit? Do you say, oh, yeah, I followed the rules. I've prepared. Oh, I'll try this thing. Have you tried? Have you said in your words, because words matter, have you said, oh, I'm going to quit as soon as, or if this thing doesn't work out, I'll try it, and then I'll just give up on it. I'll just say, whatever. Hi, Mark. Welcome to our call today, our time together. Intention is a superpower, and it's within your reach. Absolutely. So we have that power. We have the ability to tap into something that is amazing. And you may ask, well, what does speed have to do? Why is speed there in the title of the last 3 days? What does speed mean? Because it's all in caps. Well, speed it goes back to something that I was thinking about. One of the things that I came across in my career is that we are continuously moving forward. We are continuously having to change. We need to change faster and faster. And it doesn't seem like we ever have enough. It feels like we're not full. We need more. We need more. We need to change. We need to transform. We need to do things differently. We need to look at life from all sides. Hi, Lisa. Welcome. I'm glad you could make it. So I looked at speed just as the word itself, the speed, the origins, before it came to think about motion, about developing a launch point and go, you know, a measure of velocity. Speed was really to cause to succeed, to thrive, to prosper. So what is it that we are looking to speed through life? What are we trying to accomplish? What are you trying to accomplish? Yeah, actions matter even more, but the words are important to your mind. If you don't give the right words, your actions are going to fail. They're linked. So how will you succeed? How will you thrive? How will you prosper? Through actions, obviously. Words only get you so far. You can only rev up, but you're not going to launch unless you take action. So good words. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it. Appreciate the thought. Appreciate the emphasis that actions do matter. Actions will get us to the finish line. And that's what we've been talking about, is actions will get us to the finish line. And through it, you know, we just don't want to go up to the finish line. We want to go through it because there's an apex that you're getting to. There's a growth that you're getting to. There's a point where you're getting to. And John kind of points out to this. One of the keys is commitment. So to those actions, you have to be committed. And it's related to that, I will not quit. He said he learned in his 20s, his commitment made up for his inexperience. In his 30s, commitment motivated many to follow his leadership. In his 40s, commitment kept me going during my most difficult leadership years. And in his 50s, and now, you know, he's into his 70s, but now in his 50s when this book was being written, It pushed him out of his comfort zone into his production zone, his breakthrough. So just at that point where we're crawling and we're building up that momentum, we go and launch, right? I think back to one of the elements I do every morning. You know, you wake up, your eyes are kind of a little thinky, you know, mine are a little blinky, mine don't focus well for for a minute or so until I can get my bearings and get myself focused, and and then I'm propelling myself out of bed. So there's an action, right? There's something that will help me succeed because I'll be able to get out of bed, out of one position, and go to the next, go to an action state, whatever that might be, shower and leave, or focus in on something else that I have, like these lives, get the thoughts pulled in of what came through the night. So how do I succeed is an important question. Do I commit to that every day? And we talked about this previously. What do you commit to? If you see your future self and you're working to live that future self every day, you're committing to a set of actions. You're intentional about those. Where we fall short is that our commitment isn't strong. And sometimes the words we say help us to realize that action doesn't happen because we say, we'll try to do this today. Oh yeah, honey, I'll try to get there to the store before it closes. Oh yes, I'll pick up the cleaning. Knowing that you won't if something else comes up. Or, hey, I want to spend quality time with you. Oh, look at something came through on the phone, or somebody's calling me. Do we take the time? Do we take the time to know what's that launch point? Where is it today that you're going to launch from? You've been thinking about this big thought that you had, this big goal. You've been pondering it over coffee and over, water, or, running, exercising, whatever it may be. You may be listening to, music and hoping to get a point that it's going to fulfill your day. You're going to work on that project. You're going to put together the words to a speech that you need to do, or a presentation that you need to do. And you sit there and nothing happens. You sit there and you say, wow, I just can't get committed to this today. It's okay. But if day after day you're not committed to it, then is it really your goal that you're trying to achieve? Every day we're called upon to do many things. Are you blocking your calendar to focus in on you and what you need, and what you need to have interactions with people with? Are you going to take a step today to go forward? We have an event coming up next Wednesday. That's 3 speakers, 3 people that I know personally, and have come to know them well. And they're professionals in their own right, and have many things, many experiences that they've come through. In particular, we're going to talk about an aspect of that in the Great Stories of Change, about a transformation point for them, about a thing that speaks to them, to their passion, to their desire for life. Mark, who is joining me, is one of the speakers. Lisa is one of the speakers, and Paul Freiberg. So Lisa Vasquez, Mark Guy, Paul Freiberg. You really want to get this on. You want to watch this. You want to be part of this event. It's a great experience. If you're thinking about your commitment, you're thinking about what fires you up, what is there in life that you want to achieve, in another point, as you get to that 35 to 40 to 45, you start feeling there's something more in your life. There's something more that you really want to latch onto. And these stories come out because you want to start leaving something, lessons for others. You start feeling this development within yourself. You're starting to realize that there's something more ahead for you. It's not just to go through and learn, it's something to apply. You've got the knowledge, you got the resources. You may have inexperience still. You may have the point where you have figured out that you're getting ready for the jolt. You're getting ready to launch forward. You're getting on that point where that 1 second, and it could be a minute, it could be a year, it could be whatever, it could be 10 years. That jolt defies, an accurate measure, but it can be 1 moment. And that 1 moment, you'll jolt forward because you'll hit the traction. You'll hit the point where you will start to succeed, or where you're going to thrive at your greatest. You're going to point to the place that is greatest. And the stories of change is that point, a point of change, a point of lifting off, a point of recognition that there is something more in life, that there's certain special things. And I don't want to go into all that because I want you to experience it. I want you to come in next Wednesday night. And if you can't come in, register so you can get onto this link, get the recording, and listen to the stories, and then reflect on those stories. Reflect on what it means. What element of that resonated with you? What element of those stories resonated that will lift you forward? We're all stuck at times. We're all stuck on a point, and we're ready to jolt forward, but we need that moment. We need that moment of clarity. We need that moment where all that you've done, all that you've acted upon comes together at one fulcrum to be exploded, to be jolted forward, to launch into your thriving, into your prospering, into your success. Get that momentum going. Thanks, Lisa, for putting the link in the show notes. It's Great Stories, AUG 2017.eventbrite.com. Look at this as an opportunity. It's no cost to you. It's just your time to hear 3 stories in a half an hour, to interact with these speakers, get to know them, get to hear their stories, and pull out something of value for yourself to go higher. That's what we do. We give you an opportunity to go higher. I walk along as your leadership thought partner, as your proponent for your success, as your cheerleader, as whatever you want me to be, to help you think into the moment. Find that clarity that you haven't asked yourself to find. Bring it forward, lift it up, and launch it. Jolt it today. So we lifted the front end, getting ready. We've crawled forward a little bit. Now we're jolting. We're starting to get that launch point. And we'll talk more about speed, but speed, that first one, is about sensing who you are, where you're at, what things haven't you achieved, what are the gaps that you have. And then, as we start thinking about that, there's something that you'll find. You'll find that you need some action into it. But you can't just take the action. You need a plan. You need to really focus in on that plan and then execute that plan, engage yourself, elevate yourself further, because if you just simply execute on that plan, you'll get a certain set of results. But if you elevate your performance and you elevate your engagement and you elevate your experience, you're going to have a lot greater reward. People around you will feel that engagement and elevation. They will feel that impact. They will feel your influence in their lives. They will resonate with you. And that's when you can start bringing people alongside you and pouring into them and leaving a legacy, leaving this opportunity to delegate, to empower people, to leave a legacy with them of your experiences, that you've taken from others, the lessons and all those wonderful aspects that will leave a touch in their lives to help them go through their own speed, go through their own success, go through their own thriving and their own prospering. Be well today, and we'll continue tomorrow. Something better than Jolt. You can jolt with coffee, but you can jolt with, so much more. To all my friends and the John Maxwell team, as you go towards your international Maxwell certification this weekend, I wish you the best. Wish you even a small amount of what the joy and energy I got. I hope you have a lot more, actually, but get that experience, get that transformation. Don't force it. Let it happen. Let it come into your life and really explode. Get that jolt going forward. To my friends in Toastmasters and to other organizations I've been involved with, people that I know like you, people that I care about, people that I invest in, because you're important, you're valuable to me. I believe in you, I love you, I trust you. Lift forward, jolt forward today. Bring somebody else with you for the ride. Help them propel you forward greater every day. Talk soon. Be well.